what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Welcome to our website. We got loads of news and gossip for you today. But first, here's a new song.
Your fingers get so numb from the fear of missing out, and you think those likes mean love. It'll never be enough. No, penny hearts don't bleed. All they do is beat to the march of desperate feet. Oh, imagine if we stay true to the realer side of you. 'Cause all I wanna do, I just wanna be authentic. I just wanna be authentic. I just wanna be authentic. You do you, I'ma do me. Authentic. The mirrors and the smoke will only make you choke. I will just stay woke in a world so delusional. No, penny hearts don't bleed. All they do is beat to the march of desperate feet. Oh, imagine if we stay true to the realer side of you. 'Cause all I wanna do, I just wanna be authentic. I just wanna be authentic. I just wanna be authentic. You do you, I'ma do me. Authentic.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe and a beautiful, what is it, Thursday? Hangover Thursday.
It is Thursday. That would be why they put Thirsty Thursday on there. I didn't realize it was Thursday. I know.
Hangover Thursday. I can't take too many more of your birthday parties.
This is what happens as I get older. You get older too.
I get a hangover?
We both get older.
A lot of fun yesterday.
It's been a week. I was telling our guests that we did this on Friday, and the restaurant delivered food on Friday. We cleaned up Monday morning. They decorated Tuesday. We cleaned up again this morning. More food came yesterday, and back at it again.
I know. And then
We clean up tonight and back at it
we have
tomorrow.
another birthday next week. It's Slick's.
Well, it's not my birthday.
No, but tomorrow we got Fem City Boca Del Rey. Do you like my crazy? I'm walking around with spackle today and a white clean erase
That's not
thing.
the way you apply spackle.
Why? With your finger?
No.
Why not?
Be-
It's just like a little hole, just a little dabble do ya. A little dabble do ya. I know. Ivy looked at me from Ivy's Inspiration. She says, "Oh, I don't know how to do that." I'll teach you how to do it all. Put it on your finger, put it in the hole, rub it down, wash your hands. Simple. I empower everybody at all levels. Is
So
all
when
I
the
can tell
wall
you.
is wrinkly, when it dries, it's going to dry wrinkly.
It's just
It's
a
going to
little
look
hole.
worse than the hole. No, you got to use a scraper. They sent the scraper.
That's a whole lot of big deal. Anyway, happy Thursday to you.
Happy Thursday to you. I'm a little excited.
Because you got your toys.
I got toys.
You got a bell.
I got my banner.
You got a banner.
But it didn't come with no pole.
Oh.
So I just hollered at my son. And
Did
I'm
he not
hollering
order
at
the pole?
half-price banners. Everybody's getting hollered.
Did he not order the poll?
I don't know.
Maybe he's coming
How
in
do
a
you
different
order
box.
a banner with no pole? That's like getting a flag with no stripes.
You got a flag with no flagpole is all I can tell you.
It's ridiculous.
It's so sad.
It's like the giant tees.
But look, we got Gio here with a crown. These flowers are from OMG Floral Bouquet. They are beautiful. Andres will be back in again next week. And our friend Abby Mosier is here. She came yesterday, stayed for party, and came back today for the interview from Tomorrow's Rainbow. And Daisy is here. She did a Fuego 2.0 spot.
She did. She did that, and she did a public service announcement for us as well.
Fantastic.
Did you hear the latest breaking news? Did you hear?
I
Did you
saw
hear?
that.
Did you hear?
Yes, as of April 5th or 6th, it's opening up for
18 and over.
18 and
If
over.
you want to get your shot, they're opening it up. We
And
gave
Monday
you
I saw it
phone.
opens up to 40 and over on the 29th, and then the following week opens up to 18 and over for anyone that's interested.
We do, and we have a phone number. I think Daisy has my phone number. We'll get it. It's in the studio. But we have a phone number where you can call. No, stay right there. I'll get Slim to get it. We're going to give a phone number out and a location for volunteers as well, a website, because we've been doing it all week. And it did work. It's the radio station. 2 people went down. Nice job. But she did it in Spanish. She is very fluent in the language.
Where are you? Grab a mic. Where are you from, Daisy?
I'm from Honduras.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Central America.
Grab the mic. And she took the day off of work. I gotta tell you, nothing's better than a day.
I didn't want to disappoint Freddie. He says, "Hey, can you do fuego?" And I said, "Absolutely."
Yeah, what is that? No one ever wants to disappoint you.
It's
The
a
magic man
It's
in
a
the
grandpa
house.
thing.
Is that what it is, Pop-Up?
954-606-4273. It's the phone number. 954-686-4273. Is that the way you do your 8s, 2 zeros?
Sometimes.
There's a whole thing about that as how you make an 8. There's like been studies and research on whether you make your 8s with the 2 circles or the infinity.
Right. Well, I
Interesting.
do it both, I think. Yeah.
How do you make your 8s, Abby?
I think most of the time the infinity, but I will say if I'm trying to look nice and neat, then I might stack a couple zeros just to make it look
All right,
better.
let's
I
look
have
that study
never
up.
seen that in my
How
life.
do you make your 8s? What? How do you make your 8s?
Those 2 zeros, infinity or the infinity, yes. The 2 zeros, I didn't even know was a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a
I thought it
thing.
was a 0. It's an 8.
I'm going to look it up. How do you make
It's a thing.
your... I know
Wow.
it's a thing.
Wow.
How
scary.
did it go on Fuego?
I thought it was spectacular. I thought it was very nice, and I really think that the Latinos out there are going to be watching it, and they're going to say, "Oh my goodness, $5 jewelry! I can afford that. I want to get that."
I got to tell you, I love this ring.
Do you? Look,
And my
I'm
girlfriend
wearing
came
the
in,
same one.
and she's got the real one. And she didn't know, so she came in last week, right after I got it. She goes, "Wow, I love your ring." And Freddie goes, Freddie at his end, she goes, "Oh my gosh." He says, $5. She's in her lovely language. She goes, "No way. Where did you get that?" I mean, I don't know how you can sell it. $5, Abby.
It's awesome.
Well, tell us where.
Yes,
Well,
Daisy,
so-
share where.
Right over there.
is.
Right over there.
It's in my shop, Daisy's Glamour Shop. And I think they can put it on the screen. Daisy's Glamour Shop, I have my own virtual shop. And so you can look at hundreds of necklaces that come in sets with their earrings. We also have bracelets and rings, mainly for females, but there's also male, necklaces and things for men too. I think you're gonna like it a lot. I do go live. I have live shows, one in Spanish on Thursday at 8 p.m. on my Facebook page, so Daisy Lord, and one in English. So that's Fridays at 8 o'clock. So I would love to see more people there, and you can see the wonderful, beautiful jewelry that I have. And you just can't believe that you can actually, buy it for $5.
It's insane.
It's
You would just
awesome.
have to buy in bulk, I would think, because
Yes.
you don't need to pick just one. You can just buy as much as you want.
Absolutely.
And it's
yeah.
got this great adjustable band. And I know I'm so inconspicuous here. It's like the more the better. For $5, you got nothing to lose.
Right, yeah. And you know what? You use it and, you can give it as gifts. And it's so easy, so it's not something that you have to, just wear it once. You wear it a whole bunch of times and then you have so much more to wear.
What a great idea.
Yeah, we have different colors. So spring is coming. We have a lot of purples and yellows and pinks.
Wow.
So that's really exciting. Silver, gold, we even have the rose gold. I never had anything rose gold or even brass color. There's tons of beautiful jewelry like
So
that.
do you love when a shipment comes into your house and you're like, oh my gosh.
It's incredible, yes.
Right? And you look at this and your husband's like, and you go, and look at this and look at this and I got this.
It's
and
a party, yes.
Right? Can you imagine how much? It's like a girl's dream
It really is.
for $5.
Absolutely. And I think that's more or less how I came into it. My sister-in-law was selling it, and I was buying so much from her that I thought, you know what? I kind of want to buy my own. I want to just see more. And now I have my own store.
It's unbelievable.
So it's really awesome.
It's
Yeah.
so much fun. Well, I'm glad Fuego went well, and the jewelry is fantastic. I know you've got yours in your car, and
Yes,
the
it's in my
necklaces are
car.
beautiful.
It's in my car along with my other jewelry because I was getting dressed in the car today.
Really?
Yes.
How'd that go for you?
Didn't go too well. I left half over there. I was on the phone on the way down here,
Yes.
and it's in my car.
You need a dressing room, I think.
I don't know what I need. I don't know what I need.
I know we need more space.
We need more.
But I'm glad
space.
Fuego went really well because it's a market that we need to reach out to with the vaccines and everything, and why not buy $5 jewelry?
Absolutely. And I feel during my show, the Spanish show, I started really with the English show. And then my mom's friends said, they would go on and they would ask questions in Spanish, or they would ask my mom and they would say, I don't feel comfortable asking in Spanish because she's talking in English. So I thought, I really have to help and serve them too. So that's how I thought I'm going to do a Spanish one on Thursdays. And it's actually really exciting. Like a whole lot of family, even far family has come on, and we have great conversations. They've even sent me coffee. So the things we talk about, sometimes I just, they're like, I'm going to send you the coffee from Honduras. And I'm like, sure, thank you.
Oh, we have some here. Ours is from the Dominican.
Oh, really?
Hector
Well, my
brought
stepdad
some.
is Dominican. I've been there.
Hector brought some in yesterday. We were just talking about it. Coffee.
I love
have-
coffee.
We have the cafe coffee.
She was talking about, so we should give Daisy a bag of coffee.
Absolutely.
We should give Daisy a lot of bags of
And we should
coffee.
give Abby some coffee also.
Listen, I'm going to advertise you.
I think that we want to do the coffee with the sambuca.
Yeah,
or
when
the
we-
capistara.
We'll go get some Sambuca. We've got some
with
Capistara.
the little cups, and you go like this, right?
So here's the funny thing. So, I've had all these Facebook friends, and thank you all for all of your beautiful birthday wishes. So now we've moved on from birthday wishes to people wanting to send me things. So all day long, happy belated birthday, can I send you? I've got skincare coming and hair care,
They send me
gummies.
nothing. They send me bills.
They're sending me weight loss supplements. They're letting me choose what I wanted. And I'm like, wow, okay. Either
Weight
people don't
loss supplements?
Apparently people don't like my hair, I guess. They're sending me hair supplements and facial skincare and weight loss gummies.
Weight loss gummies. You
Hey, I
weigh
need those.
I know. My phone is blowing up today. So thank you all. It's unbelievable.
you weigh 100 pounds what, and they're sending you weight loss gummies.
That's amazing. People are so nice.
It's
Well-
called maintenance, right?
Always. There's always a whole lot of maintenance.
Wow. Or you give me the gummies.
We'll see what happens with that. But I'm so glad. Tell everyone again where they can get the jewelry.
So Daisy's Glamour Shop, and I think he can put it on the screen. You can go on my Facebook page, Daisy Lord, Thursday's live show at 8 p.m. and Friday's English show, 8 p.m.
Wow, and the
Or
jewelry
you
is...
can call me, you can text me, 561-301-4701.
Beautiful, beautiful things. And they're just so easy to wear. It's just so much fun. My mom used to always say, yeah, Mom, I know you're watching. If you mix the real with the not real, nobody ever knows. And it's so true.
Absolutely.
No idea.
Like, look at these pearls. Like, they're really awesome. Like, you know, you can go to a wedding. You can just look really classy and presentable. And no one will ever know this is $5. I mean, you
That
guys
whole necklace
know.
is $5?
Yes. So the necklace
Isn't
with
that
the
crazy?
earrings. So it's really lovely. I mean, I love the company, and it's so much fun to the point that my husband is having my own jewelry room
Wow.
made in my house. Because what was happening is that I'm getting all this jewelry for my lives, and then I was in my daughter's room upstairs. She's in away to college. So, but then if she comes during the weekend, then, you know, there I have all this jewelry. So I have to kind of, you know, move it to the loft, and then I move it to different places.
So now
And
you need your own jewelry room.
Yes, which I have now.
Wow. How
So
do you
that's
like
awesome.
that?
It's
Our own
amazing.
jewelry
Inviting
room.
you guys.
I got to come see the jewelry room.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Amazing. Check it out. Daisy's Glamour Shop. Give her a call, 561-301-4701.
It's amazing because when you bring Daisy down here, all sorts of stuff happens. There are people actually texting me now. They want to know how to buy the jewelry, so let's give that out again.
It's right on the screen.
Oh, there it
Awesome.
is.
Daisy's Glamour Shop.
Now,
Check it out.
if they call, they can order. Is there a website they can go to order from as well?
Yeah, so the website is the actual store. So he can put it on there. So it's, where's my card? What did he do with it? He was going to put it on there. It's a little bit long.
I don't see it here. Maybe, Taylor, maybe you go into Studio B and pick up her card. It is a little bit long, I bet.
Oh,
there you
thank you. So it's paparazziaccessories.com/426542/. So that's the actual store.
Just
and
call
there-
Daisy.
Yeah, it's easier.
It'll be a
Just
whole
text
lot
me.
easier, and she'll walk you through it. Text her. She'll tell you how. She'll send you the link. It's a whole lot easier.
Yeah, for
Maybe you
sure.
can have a quick link, a hyperlink to Daisy's Glamour Shop, which would be really cool.
Yeah, I absolutely want to do that.
So that would be great. All right, check it out. $5. Unbelievable. Listen,
$5?
$5? That used to be how much parking was at the Orange Bowl when I was growing up. Then it became $10, no blocky. And now it's like $50, no blocky.
What's no blocking?
They don't block you in when you're parking at the game.
Are
Welcome
you
to
serious?
Miami.
You pay $50 to
I'm
park?
kidding. I don't know how much it is now,
I
but
knew-
it used to be 5. Then it went to 10 and 25.
There was a lady down at the stadium. Her name was Conchita. True story. Every time I went to see the Mets play the Marlins, I used to go to her house, and she let me park in her driveway for $10.
$10, no blocky.
No blocking.
See?
$10.
It's my Spanish, $10, no blocky.
So she used to look in the schedule and says, okay, I'll be home. She used to stay home because I used to go see the game. And $10 and boop, I got a parking spot right next to the stadium.
Isn't it funny, the things you remember? You drive down Calle Ocho, you go to the I went to UM, go to the Orange Bowl, and there you have it.
You went to Calle Ocho? You were on Calle Ocho?
Sí, señor.
Wow, mira qué cosa.
Okay, cosa. Let's take a commercial break. Stay tuned, more to come. We're going to talk to Abby Mosier from Tomorrow's Rainbow. I'm excited to hear all about this amazing foundation you have. You want to hear about it as well? So stay tuned, and we will be right back.
What is your foundation?
Taylor, tell him he's got to move.
My safe phone.
Pick up the lower
Take off the
third.
lower
Principal police man. His 40 years in
Taylor.
the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Looking for a cool, laid-back space with great people and even better drinks? You can't lose. The Artful Dodger, Boca Raton's hidden gem. A good, old-fashioned local bar is hard to come by, but not anymore. The Artful Dodger is a fun, casual place to sit back and relax. Located at 495 Northeast 20th Street in Boca Raton, you'll find your new favorite bar. The Artful Dodger. We'll see you there.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Don't you feel the vibe?
This segment of the show brought to you by the Artful Dodger. Join Freddie and his commandants tomorrow over at the Artful Dodger, 6 to whenever, over at your local watering hole.
Commandants?
Your commandants. You're the boys in the boys in the hood.
Maria from
The Spa Facial.
Yes, is coming up with a men's facial line.
That'll be nice.
She's gonna have a little stand over there. She wants to introduce it, and then she's gonna bring it over to you guys.
I gotta tell you, wait till you see that commercial. I don't know how she does. The thought of shaving a man's body or waxing it is like, ooh, just not my thing.
Just cover my coffee and we're good to go.
But check that out tomorrow night. Freddie will be at the Artful Dodger with his DJs and music, some guys. We've got Maria from the Spa Facial is going to be with you. Artful
Don't
Dodger.
you have one ticket left for tomorrow?
Maybe. I may have sold it, but we'll see. The Artful Dodger right on Federal Highway in 20th Street behind Cannoli Kitchen, across from Publix, darts, pool. You're going to have a whole lot of fun.
That's right. No invitations are necessary, and he's not requiring you to wear a mask. Freddie will have his mask on, and Freddie's people will have their mask on. It's a big place, so we're going to spread it out a little bit. Not looking to rush to get anybody in trouble, but it's there, 6 o'clock. Come on down. Network. It's turned into a networking party. This has gotten bigger as a networking party than inside the mind of man. Nobody cares what we think about. Nobody.
Huh?
Nobody cares about what we think about.
I heard what you said. I heard you.
I know. Especially Slick.
I heard what you said. And while you guys are out doing your guy thing,
What are you
I'm going to
gonna
be
be doing?
here with Fem City Boca del Rey and the girls of Lost Harbor Palm Beach Distillery. We're going to be here with a cocktail making class, making 2 craft cocktails. There are still tickets available. If you want to do it virtually, I've got one possibly to do it in person because we've got a few extra bartenders joining us. So everything comes in a kit. So everything is totally safe. Everyone gets their individual kit. We are asking for masks in studio here. Everything will be socially distanced. All of this will be moved, which will take an undertaking. Long tables will be put out, and this is to work with Fem City Boca del Rey. And if you ladies haven't heard of Fem City Boca del Rey, I have to get you in touch with them. An amazing group of women, just locally. They're between 200 and 300 women, all in business, all in the workforce, all doing something about networking and coming together to elevate and raise each other up. all these ladies playing nice in the sandbox.
Does
Brought
that,
you-
does that usually happen?
No. Sorry. Sometimes it does, sometimes it does not.
Somebody here is laughing because I think she knows.
And I have to tell you, and then we're going to actually talk to Abby. And before our show, we had Ivy of Ivy's Inspirations in the house talking about her smoothie cakes. And this is a new recipe if anyone wants to try it. She's made it with it's a pudding recipe. And smoothie cakes, they're organic. They are all healthy ingredients. It's like having a smoothie in a bite. So instead of having to drink this deliciousness, you get to eat it. Everything's made with either almond flour or coconut flour, gluten-free, soy-free, nut-free. And this is the new recipe if you want to try it out after the show.
Now I've never had that,
This is a new recipe.
but I've had her stuff. Do you know I ordered one and she's never brought it to me.
A smoothie in every bite, but that was a great
Because she
show.
forgets.
And that airs on Thursdays at 10:30, so
Yes,
check
I
it
don't mean
out.
to throw her under the bus, but now that I see that,
You
I'm
can
taking
have
it
that
home.
one if you
Yeah,
want.
I'm taking it home.
I'm excited that we've got Abby Mosier with us of Tomorrow's Rainbow. And Abby came yesterday and she sort of got caught up in my birthday frenzy. So I'm glad she actually came back. I think it must have been because Tracy was here and said, it's all right, you can come back again. They're not always this crazy.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I had so much fun just watching and being a part, and I'm like, I get to come back tomorrow. How great.
But we really wanted to talk about Tomorrow's Rainbow in an appropriate setting, and doing shots of Irish whiskey probably wasn't the best way to do it.
Might have been a little bit of a buzzkill, just saying.
But no, I just wanted it to be better for you, because what you do and the kids you work with and the horses and so many great things, I wanted to give it its appropriateness. So tell us what Tomorrow's Rainbow is and what you do.
Right, so Tomorrow's Rainbow is actually one of the best kept secrets in Broward County. We are on the Broward-Palm Beach line. We work with children and teens ages 3 to 18 who have experienced the death of somebody significant in their life, and we do that in a very fun, very therapeutic way at our miniature horse farm that's in Coconut Creek, Florida.
Oh my gosh, how big is a miniature horse? Don't tell me it's miniature.
Well, that
Look at his
depends.
face.
Feather, who is our smallest one, is 24 inches tall at the withers, so at her shoulders. And we go all the way up to Spirit, who is a thoroughbred, and she was just donated to us. I think Spirit is probably 17 hands. She's a big girl.
Wow.
So we have them from dog size all the way up to giant.
It's funny, I always wondered when you did hands, it would be like Freddie's size hands versus my size hands.
Your hands are bigger than mine.
But that's what I'm saying. So hands, hands off the ground, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of sideways, so it's not like, yeah, exactly. So,
Huh.
yeah.
That's so cool. I love the names. Were those their names or did you rename them?
Well, it depended. Most of the horses were donated to us, and so they had names when they got there, and we decided to keep their names since that's what they've been called their whole lives. Some of them were born on the farm, and so in that case, we got to name them like Boo and Precious. But otherwise, if they came to us with a name, with the exception of Oliver, he came to us with a different name, and we actually told the person donating, don't tell us his name because we've already named him, and I don't want to have that other name in my head. So, so Oliver, we did name.
How many
after the
horses
fact.
do you have?
There's 13 total. Yes.
Wow.
And so out of the 13, there are miniature horses, miniature UK Shetland ponies. We have miniature donkeys, 2 miniature donkeys, Diggory and Duchess. They're married. And we have 2 big horses, Teddy, who's a halflinger, and Spirit, who is a thoroughbred.
Oh my God, I gotta come. I
We
wanna
got to
come
put
see-
Teddy on a Teddy.
Teddy, can we put you like horses, Teddy? Yes. Wow, and how many acres do you have?
Just 2.5, so it's just a little mini ranch.
How do you fit
And-
13 horses on 2.5 acres?
Well, they're mini horses, so so they fit. And we wouldn't be able to put 13 full-size horses on 2.5 acres. That'd be a little crowded. But they're minis, and we also lease the property next door, so they have more grazing space. And then one of the things that people don't realize is that we believe all the magic happens on the ground, so there's no riding at Tomorrow's Rainbow. Actually, the relationships and the care and the relationships that the children and teens build with those horses is what's therapeutic about our program. So I have nothing against riding horses, but I believe that the real magic happens when you're face to face and able to have that mutual connection with them, that mutual respect and trust and understanding that mirrors what a successful relationship is.
And you've been around for a little bit.
15 years now. We started out with just one group of 12 children. They were ages 6 to 12, and that was back in October of 2005. Now we have 14 support groups, and our littles group are 3 to 6 year olds, our bigs are 6 to 12. We have middle school, high school, and then uniquely we provide support for the children's caregivers as well, because we want the whole family to be supported and heal as a whole.
You know, I was reading an article this morning, actually, which is interesting. Caregivers, young caregivers right now are at an all-time high on stress because of what's happened. And we've worked with Connie Siskowski for so long with the children's, with the caregiving youth, that you must be seeing an enormous amount of kids and teens that need support.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, we just added two additional groups, and COVID has certainly exacerbated the problem of grief. When we are children, anybody for that matter that's grieving, we can tend to feel isolated. And then we go with the isolation from the pandemic. And so that exacerbates the problem. And what we really want is for the children to make connections. So although we when the shutdown happened, we offered virtual services, but as quickly as possible, we got back on site. We're outdoors, we're masked, we're distanced. And so being able to provide that support in that organic setting, being outdoors where, who doesn't want to be out in nature, and have those forces to be able to support the children's journey and to remove that social isolation that happens when a child has somebody important in their life die. They think that this must have just happened to me, and truthfully, it is so much more prevalent than people even think. Actually, in Florida, 1 in 13 children are going to have a parent or sibling die by the time they reach 18 years of age. So the numbers are absolutely staggering, how many grieving children are out there. But because people are unnerved about the subject of death, people tend to hide their grief. And so there are so many children and families out there that are suffering, and Tomorrow's Rainbow is there to bring them towards a more resilient, successful future.
How did you even start this? How did you
Well,
end up doing this?
I say I'm the Forrest Gump of children's grief. Through my own personal tragedy. My family was on vacation in Texas in 2000, and my husband, my 7-year-old son, and I were involved in a head-on collision at 65 miles an hour. And my husband was killed instantly, and my son Dustin and I were both hospitalized. He was in the children's hospital, and I was in the adult hospital next door. And all I could do was focus on it. I didn't care what it was. That's what I was going to do to help my son heal from the tragedy. What I didn't realize at the time was how long and how lonely that journey was. And so we came back to Florida, this huge community in Broward County, 6th largest school district in the nation, and there were no children's grief centers. And so I had great insurance. We were able to have private therapy that the insurance paid for, but I wondered, well, what do all the other children do that don't have that benefit of insurance? And so I wanted to create an oasis, a special place where those children could come, and it needed to be free of charge because young families are typically financially devastated when somebody dies. And so I wanted them to be able to connect, and I wanted it to be a little magical. And so originally the horses were just because that's what fun place and other people didn't get to do it. But as I started to develop the program, that's when I learned how therapeutic the horses were.
Oh my gosh, what a story. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
What an
So
amazing story and journey. And you had told me that you don't even advertise. This is all done through grants and donations and private donors.
Right, absolutely. We just are, especially now, keeping up with the demand for services. We've never advertised, word of mouth. Families that have been helped by our program over the years refer other families, and then the school system and hospices and funeral homes and hospitals. Just the families find us, and so we haven't advertised to date, but we do hope to continue to grow and to be able to serve more families, because even in Broward County, there's over 30,000 children grieving the death of a parent or a sibling. The numbers are huge.
That's staggering.
You know, it's really interesting because last week, somebody sent me some pictures that they use horses now to come in and help heal people of their wounds. I think I talked to you about this. There was a horse that came in. There was a gentleman, an IV and things of that nature, and he was recuperating from the virus. And they brought the horse in. And there's something magical about a horse and healing. Now, let's go back. When I was doing Bobby's piece for his daughter.
Bit by bit, yeah.
Bit by bit, there was a horse farm in Davie. So I went down there and I did some film work for them. These are children that have special needs. Their spines, or they are on the radar or whatever. They're on the deal. And the way that they do this is amazing. And the kids, all of a sudden, there's this big board that they have inside one of the barns. And children were writing about how they felt or drawing pictures. Now, these kids had never done any kind of writing before. And all of a sudden, they feel, you could see their faces light up. Anyway, long story short of it, I was, until Bobby retired, I was with that for about 10 years. I did stuff at the farms down in Davie. So I'm a little familiar with the healing power of the horse. We had horses in Puerto Rico. My uncle has horses in Puerto Rico, I don't know if he still has them. And it's funny because he's a doctor. So he used to have patients of his go to the farm.
I'm looking at these horses. They're unbelievable.
And they used to go in the farm and they used to pet the horses. And it wasn't about riding them. And when you said that, it like brought back all of these things when I was growing up that I saw. It was about petting them and feeding them. And the horse is the animal that he knows when you're hurting, and they rub themselves on you. And I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong, but what I saw with the children in Puerto Rico, when I saw these horses come in and do this, I was freaking amazed. I have never in my life ever shared that story because people think I'm nuts. Come on, Freddie, you're just selling yourself. I'm not selling nothing. I was amazed to the point that I decided at that time that I wanted to be a doctor. It changed my life that I wanted to be a doctor, but I wasn't good enough. I went to NYU Medical and I wasn't good enough. I stopped. But it was that influence about how the animal was helping heal people. And he used to have his patients with kids and everything else. They used to come in, grown-ups. It's amazing. The animal has a magic to it that makes people heal, which is 100% correct.
These pictures are unbelievable. Oh my gosh.
You're seeing our herd?
Yes, I'm sitting here, I'm not paying attention. I was looking at all of these pictures. They're just amazing.
And the interesting thing is that the horses have different personalities. We allow the children to select which horse they're going to work with by which horse they relate to. And it's interesting over the years how I have seen patterns evolve. We have a horse, Dappy, who is over 30, she's almost 35 years old now. She's a miniature UK Shetland. And children whose moms have died tend to gravitate towards Dappy. And it's like she's this old soul. And so it's really interesting to see how children gravitate to different horses for different reasons.
That's amazing.
Freddie, it sounds to me like maybe the path wasn't to be a doctor, but perhaps your path was to go towards the horses, it sounds like.
I think you're 100% right. And do you know, I got to tell you, I said this to Dawn. My family rode his horses. I was the only one that never did. I've never ridden a horse, never ridden a horse. I refuse to ride the horse.
That's true.
I don't feel comfortable riding this animal. And this animal talked to me, and I said, I will never ride you. So when my father had horses in Puerto Rico, he used to ride them. He was a cowboy. And he says, come on, get on the horse. I said, no, Dad. Never rode a horse.
So maybe that's why you don't have them ride the horses.
Well, it's interesting. You don't want to see me riding a horse. It's not a pretty sight. I will, but that's not where the magic is. The magic is what you experience, which is on the ground. Once you're on the back, you are now in control of that horse. You tell that horse where to go and what to do. Your safety depends on it. When you're on the ground, it's mutual, and it's a give and take. And it is so amazing to see. Horses are actually the only animal in the animal kingdom that has that natural ability to mirror you. And so whatever you give off to the horse gives back to you. So if you're nervous, you have a nervous horse. If you're calm, you have a calm horse. And so what happens is the children actually learn to self-regulate, to self-soothe through those interactions with the horse. If they don't like what they see, when they do that internal adjustment, the horse adjusts as well. It's pretty remarkable to see.
How long are the programs?
The children can come for us for as long as they like. They come for an orientation, and then we have an open door policy because grief is so cyclical. So grief for a 6-year-old is very different than grief for a teenager. And so they might come to us and then close and then reach that next developmental milestone where when we're a teenager, we're a future thinker. You know, what's going to happen? Dad was the main breadwinner, and now we don't have that income, or they're not going to be at my wedding or when I go off to college. So because grief is so cyclical, the children can come back at any time. So we have an open door policy. We have children that come for a couple months. We have children that check in with us that are teenagers now that have been coming to us for years.
That's wonderful.
And you're located where, off of 441?
We're right off of Lyons and Wiles Road, right outside of Tradewinds Park. I should mention that you don't have to have had somebody significant in your life to die to experience the magic of Tomorrow's Rainbow, because we also have a really dedicated team of volunteers that come out as well. And so if you're wanting to experience that magic for whatever is meaningful to you and getting connected with Tomorrow's Rainbow, we'd love to have you out to the farm.
I
wanna
love
go?
that. I do. I got to tell you, I think that are we doing something with Space of Mind starting Monday?
Starting Monday, yeah.
Road trip. I think it's, I think it's really healthy to do this. And you could tell because she's associated with it. You can just feel that whole vibe coming from her. And I think we should have horses everywhere, to be honest with you. I think we need to get that back and get that feel back. It's all about the healing. People are talking about your jewelry. Again, jewelry is healing.
My mom says, buy as much as you want. She goes, I'm such a big spender. Go shopping. Like, thank you, Mom.
I was going to tell you that,
Good.
which is really nice.
It
But
really is healing. Yeah.
it is. And I think that right now we need a lot of healing. I think we have to look at what's going around us, what's going on in Colorado, what's going on here in Florida, everywhere. And I think it's time we turn the page. And I know that every time a tragedy happens, you ever hear, we will not forget, we're going to change, blah, 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 blah. We don't do nothing. For 24 hours, maybe we're going to change. We're going to change to what? They ain't changing nothing. The only thing they're doing is making it worse. And
Look
this
what
is
it's doing
pure
to our
health.
kids. This is pure love. How is your son?
Oh, he's fantastic. He is almost 29. He is a teacher, and he's doing really, really well.
That's amazing. He's done well. Thank goodness. I can't even imagine what it was like for you to go through that. And you took that situation and found the silver lining to help so many kids and families.
So positive.
I say Tomorrow's Rainbow is my grief journey, and so I'm the one that's privileged to get to do this work, truthfully.
Oh my gosh. Taylor, you like horses?
She looks like a horse person.
You want to go? You want to go shoot some film? Sure. Look at her face light up. Taylor is one of our top editors, producers, and makes commercials for Comcast and all of these incredible things that we do here, and she's unbelievable.
Oh, that's great. Well, you'll have to come out to the farm, definitely. We'd love to see you there.
It's a tough gig because you end up looking at the animals and you forget to shoot the film. Trust me, been there.
You want to play with them?
Animals and
Happened
children.
to me.
Right.
Well, you did that piece. You showed me that little boy, bit by bit, and forget it. Not a dry eye anywhere because it became therapeutic, and PT and OT was there working with these kids.
We put it on. There must have been, I don't know, at least 1,000 people, and there was this big stage, so I got to sit up front to play it, and I'll never forget this. And Linda was with me.
Thank you,
and
guys.
I look, and I turn around, and there was not one dry eye. But I had produced this, so I had seen it 1,000 times, right? And Dan did the voiceover, and my goodness gracious. And I turn around, even Bobby was crying. It was good. Tough, tough.
And we'll look at this and how many kids you help. Look at the horses. I sent them over a couple pictures to put up. But it's just remarkable. And their size. So what do? They learn how to care for them, feed them.
Right. They have to. There's actually two things that are most essential to resiliency in grieving children. First is structure and routine in their life, and the second is how their caregiver is doing. And so they have to do the chores. They have to take care of the horses before they can play. We also have therapeutic play areas at Tomorrow's Rainbow. So we have a sandbox and a water table and a puppet theater
Look at them.
and a sidewalk chalk area. And we have a teddy bear hospital and a musical garden and a memorial garden. But you got to do the chores before you can play. And so what happens is the children select their horse, they turn them out, they muck their stall, which is like cleaning a big old litter box. They go back and get their horse and groom their horse from head to hoof, and it's done in a specific order, a specific way, and they're expected to do that. Afterwards, they can stay with the horses if they want, or they can go into the therapeutic play areas. And typically what we see is the younger children make a beeline to the sandbox, and the older children stay with the horses. And so Tomorrow's Rainbow really has a lot of empowerment for the children by allowing them to choose what it is that they're going to do. It's their grief journey. I'm only the expert in my grief, but they know what they need to do. We put it all out there for them, and then we have volunteer program facilitators that are there to support them and soften their journey.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable. She
They
leaves
look-
me
they look like
speechless.
little doggies.
I can tell you, my unicorn is the same size.
Unbelievable. And you get to be there every day, huh?
I live on the property. And so over the years, Tomorrow's Rainbow has actually taken over my home. I now have a bedroom, and all the other bedrooms and common spaces are for Tomorrow's Rainbow. We also expanded our mission last year because what we were seeing is more and more children were coming to us because they were grieving, but that they had also experienced adverse childhood experiences, so some sort of trauma in their life. And so we now are able to provide individual therapy to those children as well. So we actually have what we call therapy stalls. We have 3 of those. So if a child comes to us and they are grieving, but we find out that they have had some sort of experience in their life that we need to support their trauma before we put them in our bereavement program, we can do that as well. So the entire property I live on, so I get to do it 24/7.
When is Ted coming on?
Tuesday.
Because he's texting me. I thought he was coming on today.
Tuesday.
I think that's somebody she should meet. I think a lot of kids that we have so many connections with children that road trip might not be the bad idea. I think it's a nice piece. I think she should meet with Ted, Space of Mind, all these kids.
Do you ever take the horses off property?
Yes, not, I mean, can't take them all. The trailer will hold 2. We can. As a matter of fact, I was tempted to bring. We have a baby goat, and that's Tracy's favorite. Well, Tracy's favorite is your bartender for Friday. She is a fan of Floyd, who is our pig. But Floyd is now about 15 years old and a little bit grumpy, so he doesn't go on the road any longer. But we do have a little baby goat, Ellie Mae, and so I was really tempted to bring her today.
my
but
gosh.
someday, if you ever just want like a quick snapshot of one of the animals, I can certainly bring him here to show you.
I want to come out, definitely.
Absolutely.
I definitely want to come out.
I think we should maybe do something special. Take some cameras and stuff and just blow it up big and maybe talk to Ted.
I mean, I know you don't
Ted.
advertise, but I would love to put something together because there are people that need what you're doing and they don't know it exists. So if you would let us share what you do.
Would love that. And truthfully, I say, I don't believe in coincidences. So whoever might be watching today might have been, I didn't know that there was help for my family, or maybe it's about volunteering, or maybe as a child they were grieving and now they find solace at Tomorrow's Rainbow by giving back and becoming a program facilitator. Or maybe somebody just won the lottery. So whatever that is, we hope that they will reach out to us. So absolutely, exposure is one of the best ways to get the word out to those people in need.
We should talk to Wayne Henry, 2,900 strong.
Yeah, we work with Dignity Memorial, one of our corporate sponsors, and they have an incredible program for businesses. It costs nothing for businesses or foundations to join it, but it covers grief for children, I believe, under the age of 21 for free if the business is part of their program.
Oh, wow.
An unforeseen circumstance. So it's definitely a program that definitely connect you with.
Yes.
And Wayne's amazing.
He'll be here tomorrow, but he's an amazing guy, and he's definitely somebody he's gonna give you a call.
But think of all the kids. Yeah, we're starting this program on Monday with Space of Mind. We're doing a 6-week podcasting program with elementary through middle school kids and sharing with them the gifts of what we get to do every day. And some of our crew's gonna be heading down there. You're looking at me. If you're around on Mondays, you can come too. And see what's happening, but to share what you do. They had a pirate ship come up to yesterday for them. It was Tiny, Captain Tiny. He brought a pirate ship that they got to play on, and there were hammocks and food, and they had Pirate Day, so it would be really, really cool. Because things are opening up, and to share with these kids that they've been so isolated to do this.
Absolutely.
Because just the grief, even if it's not just loss, I'm thinking that grief comes in so many ways. Just the grief of isolation, of not being able to hug your grandparents, of whatever it is that wasn't your norm. To explain this to kids, they've all had some sort of internal grief, right? They haven't been able to see their friends at school.
Absolutely. And so, yes, and I'm glad that you brought that up, because grief isn't only when somebody dies. We are grieving so much as a nation now. And so, absolutely, to be outdoors in an organic setting and to heal, it's critical now more than ever.
It is.
Get back in touch with nature.
It isn't easy watching the news, and it's been going on for a few days, and it's tough right now. I can't sit through it anymore.
I told you, I stopped watching the news a long time ago.
But in our business, you
I see the headlines pop up on my phone, but I can't do the other thing.
But you got to fight through it, because you have to inform people of what's going on in the news. And in my world, I look at it through my Latino community as well. I have Slick here, who has his side of his community and everything else, and We want to get the information out to different people. I mean, you look at Slick. If I were to tell Slick in his community, if he even knows about this program out here, I guarantee you, no, they don't.
You know who else I want to introduce to Abby? The lady that made the bracelets from Publix.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, they're in my car. Yes, absolutely. And that's an interesting piece.
So you can give those out. There's a girl, I want to say she's in Houston in the Woodlands, and I don't know whether she's got cerebral palsy or Downs. But all she does is make bracelets to give away, and this is part of her give back. I think she's 13, and she just makes thousands and thousands of bracelets, and she just gives them away. And all she asks is that someone take a picture and post it and say thank you.
That's it. Just want anything.
Thousands of bracelets.
What a great way to connect.
I'll get you. I'll call her, see if I can get it back to you. You can.
And there's a woman who works at a Publix in Coconut Creek. I think she's like on the east side of town. I think she's in like the bakery department or something, and she carries around bags of these bracelets, and somehow she became the representative, and she just gives them.
Wow.
And there's a little note on every one, and it's just an amazing gift. So things like that, easy to network with.
Absolutely.
Amazing. All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, more with Daisy, tomorrow's Rainbow, and our Thursday crew post-birthday week. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
It is more important than ever for women to invest in themselves and develop a network for business growth. Through Fem City Boca Del Rey, you will become a member in a group of women whose goal is to help one another with advice, tips, and guidance to connect and engage with one another. For more information and discount pricing, log into bit.ly/Brooklyn Cafe Femmes or Fem City Boca Del Rey for more information. Fem City is more than a women's networking group. It's business for your soul. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Along the sun-drenched beaches of Boca Raton lies AMP2 Media. We strive to bring rising stars and their fantastic work into the spotlight. From music to art, we have the tools and the talent you need to help you reach the next level. AMP2 Media is proud to announce our new scoring platform for reality shows, movies, and videos. We have the ability to highlight music according to what the eye sees on the screen. Our excellent mastery of music allows us into the deepest part of your film. Our different sounds allow your film work to come to life. For more information, call our studios at 866-224-5422 or visit our website at amp2.tv. Let AMP Media Productions bring your media to life.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And this portion of the show is brought to you by
Healing Moments.
Healing Moments.
Healing Moments, Florida. Check out Healing Moments and all that Tracy McDonough has to offer. Talk about stress relief if you want to get some great Kangen water, a massage, Reiki, a new incredible infrared sauna, or even just some beautiful crystals to feel calmer and enhance it. Check out Healing Moments FL. It's also located on Federal Highway, just north of us in Boca Raton.
Ask her for that tub where you put your feet. I get one of those for free. She
Yes,
said
you
she'll bring it.
do. You got that foot detoxing bath.
Yes, next week.
You gonna go?
No, I'm gonna have her
she
come
said she's
here.
gonna bring it here, actually.
Yeah, she's gonna detox me.
She said she's gonna bring that.
I may end up looking like a raisin because there's a lot of.
Have you ever done that? Do you ever get pedicures? You don't.
Yeah.
You do?
They call me the pedicure king.
You're gonna detox your feet?
Yeah.
So check out Tracy McDonough. She's just unbelievable. Reiki, massage, meditation, and she's always so calm and amazing.
And also brought to you by Dr. Laura.
Dr. Laura, she's going to be joining us on April 12th. She's coming in studio, and she is just amazing. She does psychology, and she works with people with addiction. She works with children, teens, adult recovery, and you can kind of put her in anywhere. She's had a show last week on narcissistic partners, which was amazing, how to find love and relationship advice. You can contact Dr. Laura Ellick at 516-635-6186. And I think she'll be doing a virtual interview next week, and then April 12th, she wants to come in studio. The company she works with is just loving all of the exposure.
She's an
because
amazing lady.
Right now, the mental
Somebody
health
for you
component.
to meet also. We're going to hook her up to you because she could use your services to help.
The mental health component of what's going on. I saw this morning something on social media, kids' books. They're offering like 50% off on this package of 10 children's books because what is going on right now, parents don't know how to relate to their kids. They're not going to school. If they are, there's all kinds of different behaviors. And it's not because kids are trying to act out, it's because they don't know how to deal with what they're dealing with. Nobody does, right? You talk about grief, what you're dealing with at home or school or parents losing their job or heaven forbid somebody has truly passed away, and all these emotions come flooding in. And they're not outside playing with their friends. There's no team sports happening. There's no outlet for these kids. So even some of the children's book foundations, I've been emailing them to see if we can interview them, are offering package on these bundle deals just to read and see how other kids are dealing with this and getting through some of these situations. We're in these unprecedented times right now.
That's right. And you know, it's funny because everybody says I have the answer to the question. And even the answers have questions because you really don't know what happens when you have somebody under that circumstance. And Dr. Laura taught me that.
Oh, she's
an
amazing.
amazing woman.
Yeah.
This woman should be on television. I'm telling you right now, she should be on TV. Her presence and the way she handles interviews is amazing. We've put her into different shows, different themes and everything else. And she comes out flying with colors. Everybody loves her. So I wanted to make a Dr. Laura doll. And I'm totally serious about that because the constant reminder, like I told you with Gio, was that button he used to rub because my son used to talk in school. So I made him a button. And every time he talked, he used to rub it. And it worked. And sometimes you need a constant reminder that, you know what? Sometimes you don't feel okay, but that's okay.
You just want to fill your world with things that you love. And I look around this place, and Ivy says today, look at everything you have here on set, your flowers, your wands, your art. These are all the things that we love, and we're so fortunate to be able to bring all of this together. We're actually, I'm excited, updating our website to include our mini gallery here at the Brooklyn Cafe Show Studios to highlight all of the artists. And there'll be a tab on that, and I want to talk to you about picking a date. I want to do a pop-up event here for the artists before summer, summer, the season, not summer, before summer comes and Amy goes away for the summer, and before Robin goes away for the summer, to have kind of an open house, and before it's too hot, to let people come in, see the art, know that everything is here is for sale, that we're supporting the arts, the creatives, and all the things that we get to do, because now things are opening up.
Just pick a day.
We're going to pick a day. I'm thinking of Friday night. Maybe we have a little cocktail between Gubba and Lost Harbor. We have a little cocktails and open it up for a little event.
That could be interesting.
Beautiful art. Are they for sale?
Everything
Or they're
here is
just
for sale.
show?
No,
Everything's
everything
for
here is
sale.
for sale.
Oh, it
Even the
is.
building's for sale.
Everything is for sale. These robots are incredible,
I
and
had no
proceeds help support
idea.
different foundations.
They're incredible.
Yeah, we sell everything. Yeah, these are actually pencil artists. This is Jay Harmon, and it's done in pencil.
Wow.
And he's actually doing the First Supper. We did a little spin of the Last Supper, so we were doing the first breakfast actually. And it has Dawn and I and all the kids in here and friends and people that we've dealt with over the years. And it's a big piece, and it's going to have our face in that whole Last Supper setting. We tried to do this a few years back, and we got a lot of pushback. So that wasn't our place, so we backed off. But now this is our place. We got a place for it and everything else. We have artists in here from New York City all the way to different places. I mean, just a bunch of different things that happen in here because we think that art is healing. And we call the house the place of heal here. And I got a few people that I've been talking to, including today's violinist that you heard this morning.
She's great, yeah.
And I said to her, come and heal. You know, she's going through something right now. Same thing with Lost Harbor, same thing with a few people that we know. So, you know, we like to call it the House of Heal.
And the funny thing is, Jay does incredible horse drawings.
Oh, yeah.
And there's one above your head.
I saw it yesterday.
And then there's one over here, which I forgot we had moved it. It's over on the corner there. And you've got more down at NN.
I have a whole bunch.
Which are just gorgeous on black backgrounds, all done in pencil.
And I gotta tell you, the horses at the radio station, we have a studio at the radio station, they're there for a reason. The prior manager, which Bob Morancy's daughter, died of a horse accident. She fell off a horse and she died. She was 11 or 12. And I do a lot of shows. You know, over the years, I've done a lot of shows as a producer. And I had psychics come in and ask about the little girl at the radio station. And it's her. And so Bobby was there, you know, he's hurt, and I mean, it's tremendous. You talk about pain. So I meet this guy, and they give me a studio at the radio station, and I filled it with horse drawings. And if you look at that one over there, and the one over your head, those are all drawings that Jay has done. I mean, what are the chances that I meet a guy who does that? And I know Bobby for 12 years, and his daughter died, and he does this fundraising and everything else. And I have a studio at the radio station, and I filled it with nothing but horse drawings.
You know, we've got one in Studio B that I think is a rainbow heart. Isn't it slick, the two horses? There's a black one and a white one.
Yes, it's in there.
And I want to say it's got a heart in the middle.
It's in there. And the amazing thing is that Bobby came to see the studio because he had retired. And he came back to see it, and they closed the door and they left him in there for like an hour.
Wow.
It was it's an amazing journey, you know, how people tell you about journeys and people come into your life. I mean, we knew Jay now, we've known Jay for almost 6 years, right? 5 years. And I didn't realize the impact at that time of the significance of what he meant in my future. And all of a sudden, the radio station, and we do video at the radio station, and we've done the concept there for 12 years. We started there. Bobby gave me the chance to do all this you see here was because of him. And we explored this new enterprise. 12 years ago, we didn't know if it was going to work, but you see your radio show. It's the way it works out. And it's an amazing accomplishment. And people will go into the studio and they'll sit there because it has chairs and they'll sit there. And it's like everywhere else. You don't know why they're there, but you don't even ask anymore. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's what healing is all about, which I know that you've seen in your life, right? When people come. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I think it sounds so magical. I hope that I'll have the opportunity to see it at some point as well, because it sounds amazing.
Yeah, we'll have you do a show over there, right? Why not?
Absolutely.
Why not? I mean, you know, we don't plan anything that we do. I didn't even know you were coming yesterday for today, which I guess there's a reason for everything, right? Absolutely. And I knew that she was coming. I just didn't know what day. It could have been Wednesday, like it could have been Thursday, it could be Friday.
Well,
but
remember, originally you were like, come Friday for Fuego.
I remember.
So I was planning on Friday, and then he's like, no, just Thursday. So I thought, okay.
But I got to tell you something. I'm glad you came today because the Santas announced that April 5th, they're opening up the shots for everybody. And one of the reasons that I wanted you to come is because I want people to enjoy what you sell and put the message up that these shots will be available to everybody.
Everyone.
And I'm going to
you
call.
don't want language to be a barrier.
That's right. And I'm going to ask Slick. He doesn't even know it yet. I want him to do it in his language as well to set it out there. There are people that don't speak English, but we're all in this together. Everybody. And if you don't believe that's true, you don't have to, but I'm going to tell you, when you get a little older in life, you sort of appreciate the finer things in life. You know, that wine tastes a little bit sweeter today than it did yesterday because I'm a little older. I had this conversation. People like to call me old. No, I'm not. I'm just wiser, not old, just wiser. And if we were ever to learn a lesson that I learned from my grandparents, is that you don't take life for granted, ever. And you should appreciate it. And anything you can do to enhance it, do it. It doesn't mean hurting anybody. It means healing people. And sometimes you don't have to understand what that means. You just got to do it, which is what you do for a living, you know. And they came to you in the worst of ways, but now it's come to you in the best of ways, and that's the difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No coincidences.
That's right.
We're
there is
all
no
connected.
coincidence.
Every
We're
day's
all
a
connected.
blessing.
Yeah.
There are no coincidences. Anything we do, you know, we celebrate our birthdays. And Dawn and I don't even like I was never on camera. When I asked her to work with me and she made me wait 4 years, she said no, 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 and she didn't answer, but that meant no. And she finally came on to do the show because I was doing another production, and I threw the lady out. Says, you come back to me when she decides to do my show. There is no coincidences. You know when something's gonna happen in your life. You know, how long have you been married?
30 years. I know my husband 33 years.
And your husband was the gentleman that was here the other day.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you, I would think you guys were newlyweds because the magic is still there. And to be able to turn that page every day and keep it going it's miracle in itself. And when you run into a passion and you know it's going to work, like I said to Dawn, because Dawn was working somewhere else. I said, let me get your fire. Give me your phone. I'll get your fire right now. She quits. I said, take a chance.
Oh, gosh.
True?
Pretty much, yep.
I said, take a chance. Now, she has a degree in communications and early childhood education, the whole nine. There's a whole side of Dawn that people don't know. You know, she's an artist. She plays the piano, which she refuses to. There's a lot of things. Yes, you do. Don't say no. She speaks Spanish, so never speak Spanish in front of her because she knows every word. She caught me in that as well. They're just magical instances. You know, I meet Taylor. This is a kid, came to us to learn, and she has a different spirit. I meet Slick. If I had another son, I have 2 boys. If I had another one, that would be the 3rd. It's just different. Teddy came to us, 3 years ago?
Over 2, yeah.
And these are just magical, magical people. They haven't tasted the Kool-Aid, they just drank it. And once they understand how special they really are, then you know what, we got a shot, man. We got a shot for tomorrow. And that's what I want to keep going, until I can't.
Okay, just stop with that.
But it's true.
We'll become family.
Well, that's kind of what we get to do here, which is this little corner of the world. You come in here and the air kind of changes and everyone just stays. And we sit. And what you are doing with jewelry is so much fun. But you work in a school too, don't you?
I do. I work at John A. Leonard High School. And when I saw all these beautiful paintings, it just reminded me of the different programs that we have at my school. And we have amazing artists, kids that do stuff like this. And I'm thinking, maybe some of them we can show their paintings here too. So they do ceramics and they do painting. We have a medical academy, we have a finance academy, culinary arts, just various programs that are amazing. Our medical students, they can teach CPR, and they do teach CPR to middle schoolers. We actually had an instance when one of the medical students actually saved somebody's life at a restaurant. I guess the person was choking. Wow. And this student, because he did the CPR, was able to help that person. So, it's so good in so many ways,
That's amazing. We actually have a teen show called Teenpreneur. It's on Thursdays today at 5 o'clock. And we've got a kids and teen network that we do on Saturdays. And it's kids, it shows for kids, by teens. We put some of the artist shows on there. And every Saturday we run shows and they produce their own. We have one tonight at 7 called Kids in Capes. And it's the 9 and 11-year-old sisters. And they do their show on Thursday nights on WNN Radio right here from the studio. And they interview different amazing kids. And our Teenpreneur show, she interviews amazing different teens.
Right.
And Dia Kohli, she's just amazing. She employs women in India for repurposing denim. And I got to talk to her. She actually made our masks, and she thanked me yesterday. She sent me a text and called. She's 16 for everything that I've done for her and giving her the opportunity to share her gifts.
16-year-old.
Yep.
And it's funny because I forgot to tell you, I spoke to Steve-O. We're going to sign Mikey.
Oh my gosh.
And what they're going to do is they're going to put him in a shirt that looks like a suit. And he's going to interview people like
on the street,
like the old talk shows.
I love it.
And this is the guy.
He's
like
5. So cute.
And he walks down.
I met him.
Yes.
He's adorable. He came in with sunglasses.
Yeah.
He was here when you were here, right? For
like
Freddie's birthday.
Yeah.
And they got film on him in Publix. And he goes, and how you doing? And how's your day go? He's talking to strangers. So they want to bring him on the set. So we talked about it yesterday and let him interview other kids.
I love that.
And I think it's going to be a blast.
But we love our kids and teen shows because that's what it's all about, is empowering them and letting them share their voice and however that is. So that's one of the other amazing things that we get to do as part of our production house.
It's kind of cool. We got kids, we got, you name it. There isn't too many things we don't try.
That's true.
If you invite the kids at my school, I would love to bring some of them. Like we have students that are very entrepreneurial, and through our finance academy, they are doing their own companies.
Would love to.
And the last thing I think that they were doing was masks, and I think they were doing different colors and T-shirts. So there's different things that they do that are entrepreneurial that they can probably, just show the world what they're learning and what they're doing.
I would love to do that. We'll pick a day and do it. The only hard thing we have is when they have school is during different hours to get it and finding the time, but they're in high school, so maybe their schedule's a little more flexible.
Well, you probably have to set it up as a program
As
to
a
go.
trip, I would have to, talk to the teachers and see how that can work out.
That's the hardest part is working out the schedule. But now with the way things are set up where kids are studying from home and things of that nature, maybe it's a little bit easier.
And we talked about having a wall for kids' art to spot like that. My daughter's an art teacher, so and always, and my background's in early childhood special ed, so for me, it's always about the kids.
Yeah.
So Freddie lets me do all my crazy, I let him do his crazy, and somewhere in the middle, his Reese's meets my peanut butter, and here we are.
That's awesome. And and we have an international Spanish academy, and they can probably do fuego. we actually have.
Can you imagine the kids doing it?
Yeah, we have a
That's a
company
great
that
idea.
is teaching some of our girls in the International Spanish Academy one of the Puerto Rican dances. So they've been practicing, and so it'd be great. I think once it's ready, that'd be awesome to show it.
Well, I have a connection into LACU, which is 1190 AM and an FM station. It's a Hispanic station up on 45th Street.
Okay.
And I received their paperwork last week. So that's on the table. And I would love to bring that in and get some sponsorships for different businesses and everything else to carry that weight. Because I gotta tell you, going younger is important. People just don't understand how important. But if you see politically what happened and what's happening, the younger vote is gonna carry the vote. As the baby boomers begin to sort of die off, unfortunately to say, it's gonna change things in this country. And you better get hip to the understanding that if you're young, you gotta know what's going on. You really do. And the programs that you're mentioning,
We gotta support our
just
youth.
absolutely.
Yeah, they
absolutely.
need that self-esteem and the confidence to know, I can do it. And right now, they've been kind of indoors and doing everything virtual, and it's very strange. It's never been like this before. And so empowering them to let them know, look, you can do this, and and that's how this dance came about, because I'm trying to remember, it's called Bomba. You know about Bomba?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a Puerto Rican
Wow.
dance. And these ladies are learning these steps that are very, I think, like you guys have the three races, right? So it's very African, and it's a beautiful dance. There's a lot of movement and a lot of like individualistic steps to it. And so some of the girls were saying how, they feel empowered, because maybe they never really did a dance like that. And, the music has a lot of bongos and a lot
Yes,
of
it
drums.
does.
And it just, it was something really different, almost like mental health as well, because kids, they have not been in drama. They haven't been doing, like fun things. And this was something that was fun, and it was different, and it was to show their Hispanic side. And so it's something new that we are doing, and this was all through a grant that I received through Walmart.
Really?
And so the money from the grant that Walmart gave us, we are using it to empower these kids, and just to show the world, this is something that we're doing, and it has to do with our culture, our heritage. We feel empowered. We bought them the skirts, like those very beautiful, very long skirts, and then they do different movements with the skirts. So
We can even do it from school. If we can give you a
Yeah.
way to do it virtually, and you can come in with your phone.
okay,
I mean, you bring in what they're doing. So instead of
we're
bringing
gonna
everyone
film
here,
it, and I can share
we
it
can
with
do
you.
it. We can do it live from there. We'll show you how to do it.
Okay,
We can do that as well instead of bringing all the kids here, keeping everyone safer.
right.
And then you can get all of the costumes and the drums and everything from school, which would be great. Taylor, where'd you go to high
Could do
school?
that.
Park Vista, but my mom went to Illinois.
Really?
Oh, okay. Yeah, Park Vista's right there. Yeah, definitely.
It's
That would be
funny you
amazing.
say that, because we had somebody in-house today. Kendra's mom was here, Ingrid, and she sits on the board of Junior Achievements. And Daisy got to meet her, and I just got a text that Junior Achievement wants to come and talk to us because they want to get into
Did you have
these
junior
programs.
achievement growing up?
I didn't even know what it was.
See, I was wondering if your
We have
entrepreneurship
junior
is junior
achievement.
achievement.
Yes, we're connected to Junior Achievement.
I was going to ask,
and-
when I was in high school, I remember junior achievement. I thought, wow. So you're talking about your program. I'm wondering if it's still that.
Yes, we have
is.
Junior Achievement, and actually before COVID, they were mentored by Junior Achievement, and our students were working a certain program where they even went to like nationals, and where they talk about their, I guess their marketing and their businesses that they are building, and Junior Achievement, actually the lady sits at our board, our academy board, so that's really exciting.
It's amazing because
So a small world.
what kids
It is.
do. When my son was at Spanish River, they had whatever entrepreneurial program they had, and there were twins in his class, and they went on to nationals and international because they're from Argentina. The brother now works for Google corporate, and he's 26, and he's taken this ideas from high school, all these entrepreneurial skills that they learned and got awarded for, and he is just like moving on up, and he works for Google now, and his ideas are tremendous. So never underestimate the power of what you learn in school.
Absolutely.
It's just, sometimes I wish we went back to school as adults, because we would probably appreciate it a whole lot more.
Absolutely.
Right?
What are you talking about? We go to school every day.
You and I go to school every day, what we get to learn.
When I was growing up, there was no, I didn't know nothing about junior achievement. I learned that from down here. Fresh Air Fund. You remember the Fresh Air Fund?
No.
You guys don't know the Fresh Air Fund. That was our junior achievement in New York, the Fresh Air Fund. It was the same thing that junior achievement does, but it was a different name. And I'm sitting here and says, Coño, what is it that we used to call Fresh Air Fund? And I remember.
F-U-N?
Huh?
F-U-N or F-U-N-D?
Fresh Air Fund. You know.
Your Puerto Rican is so sexy.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's cool, though.
But I got to look it up now.
Let's
now
look
I'm
it up.
Curious.
Interesting.
It's funny because every time I look at Taylor's family owns Cold Stone ice cream, the creamery. Every time I look at her, it reminds me of Carvel. Every single time. I get this Carvel commercial playing in
Fudgy
my
the Whale.
ear. Fudgy the Whale. Walking across Washington Heights Bridge, because that was the only Carvel in all of America for us. We didn't know of any other one. So every time I see her, I remember one day we walked across the bridge and we counted the steps. It was like 3,000 steps to get across that bridge.
To go get ice cream.
For an ice
To
cream.
get ice cream. And it was only open in the summer. It wasn't open in the winter.
Wow.
And you know, it's funny, as things happen in your life, to relate, she doesn't even know this, but to relate this to her and what her family does, and great as they do it and everything else, it's all these throwbacks, these memories.
She's always smiling.
She is. But the Fresh Air Fund was taking kids. I played for PAL baseball. And I'll never forget, they gave you these gray pants that looked like Babe Ruth wore them. And a yellow, green, or blue shirt, depends what team you were on. Had a green patch that PAL on it. And I played at Yankee Stadium in the grounds, outside the stadium.
Wow.
Where they built the new stadium. It used to be called McCombs Dam Park.
Is that in the Bronx?
In the Bronx. So because I grew up in the Bronx. And they put the new stadium right where I play ball. And I used to walk to Yankee Stadium from Popham Avenue. It took us like 40 minutes.
You know the stories where you tell your kids, I walked in the snow 4 miles, we had no air conditioning. You live those life.
I
like
didn't
you
have a
these
car.
stories.
But my parents used to say, where you going? Go play baseball. They thought I was going downstairs. I had to walk over to Yankee Stadium with a bat.
How far was that?
About 30, 40 minutes. Wow. It wasn't around the corner.
Wow.
We used to go by the 4-4 precinct, the cops knew us. And they used to say, Freddie, you want to ride? I says, no, I'll walk. And we had to go by the projects. And there was Yankee Stadium where we played. And we used to play all day. And then you had to walk home stinking and everything else. So my mother used to feel bad. She said, let's go to Carvel. So I had to walk to Carvel. I did a lot of walking in my day.
Your stories are amazing.
It's a true story. On the Cliff Avenue. You know, one day, if I can pay to take everybody up to New York, I'll show you where I grew up. You can see on the cliff. I'll take you to where the Carvel was. The firehouse right in front of Carvel's on 181st Street. Knew every fireman in there. Now, I was 11. Who the hell meets firemen? They used to put me in the trucks and take pictures.
You and
I'm
Mikey.
surprised you didn't become a fireman.
I became an auxiliary cop.
Oh.
I did that for 3 years. Because I knew everybody in the neighborhood. I grew up in the Heights. Even though I was in the Bronx, I used to go to Manhattan to hang out. And we had somebody here who lived on the Upper West Side. And I know those apartments because I worked on them, because my father had a construction company. And I was 9, 10, 11, 12. I worked those years with him to learn who my father was, because I never saw him. He was from 6 to midnight. He used to go to work. So I wanted to meet my father, and I used to go to work with him. I used to make $25 a week cleaning floors. Okay, so you know that story I tell you about, here's a mop, go learn? I did that. I never asked anybody to do something that I haven't done myself. And he showed me the integrity of work, how to get up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm tired today, but I'm going to keep going. And those are the things that I want to teach. I love teaching. I love teaching all this. My 14-year-old son put this together with me. He was 14. I thought he was insane. Right? And now it's a business. And now we're using the business and paying it forward.
Now he's 24?
He's 24. 10
Amazing.
Years. 10
Things
years.
change.
We've been doing all this
amazing.
for 10 years.
Yep.
Now we want to do TV and we want to do other studios and things of that nature.
More to come.
So it's the journey, as you know.
Absolutely.
More to come. All right, let's take a commercial break. Stay tuned. More to come with our Thirsty Third. We're not even drinking today. We're taking a breather until tomorrow.
I need hangover medicine.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
AMP Media
Excellent.
Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses reaching all over South Florida. With added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio, it's never been easier to get your voice heard by millions of listeners. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact AMP Media Productions at 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial Providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial Providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
Hi friends, it's Bree and Allie from Kids and Capes. Tune in Saturday mornings on the Brooklyn Cafe Kids Television Network at 10 o'clock, where we share fun and ideas. And remember, peace, love, and kindness.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Blake makes me laugh. Blake, you got to reset the applause.
He's learning. He's learning, though.
He's learning.
You know, we go to commercial break and we get to go shopping.
How are you? I think that's
Jay, your
Jay's
guest must
interview.
be here.
Ah,
He's like,
perfect.
And there's Jay. We got Jay Harmon, the
This
colored
is-
pencil
Jay,
artist.
come out here for a second.
And I'm excited, Jay, to let you know that we just have a big announcement that on part of the Brooklyn Cafe Show website, we now have a tab that talks about the Brooklyn Cafe Show mini gallery. So all the artists are highlighted, and no matter what picture you click on, it takes you right to that individual artist website. So everything is there, is populated now to let everybody know that, yes, we are a mini gallery. Yes, everything you see here is for sale. They also do commission pieces. And we wanted you to see a little bit of what we get to offer. So we're going to drive more and more traffic to our website.
And that's a new title now called Mini Gallery. It means we're not a gallery, but we sort of put gallery stuff up. This is the gentleman that we were talking about earlier in the show that does everything in pencil. Amazing. I was talking to them, Jay, about the horses and how I met you, and I always wondered how you and I, what we were meant to do. This is going back a couple of years when we were at the Del Rey Gallery. Right. And your horses are hanging at the radio station. And Bob Moranci went to see this place, and his daughter died of a horse accident. So it's just strange how I ended up, and it's funny that you mentioned it. I didn't realize that all I hung in there were all the beautiful horses.
I was wondering why.
I don't know why.
But now I know why.
But now I know why.
And I was going to ask you Tuesday
and it's
night.
because she's here that it came to me today.
I was going to ask you Tuesday night, why is the only thing in this studio, when we've got all of this amazing art, are they only horses at NN? And then you tell the story, and now I understand why.
Yeah. It makes sense.
It's interesting how things just happen like that. And, we don't plan them. They just...
But now it makes sense. And if you believe in what we believe in, there are times you'll walk through the radio station and she will be there.
I'm gonna throw another curveball at you. I did not hang the paintings.
Who hung them? Slick?
Slick and Vinny.
Slick, you awake?
You hung those paintings, right? So I didn't even hung them, he hung them. And it's all the horses, and Bobby, whose daughter died, went in there and they gave him an hour by himself in that room. And the magic of it didn't occur to me, and I've known you, what, 4 years?
Yeah.
And I know his wife, who did WW with and everything else. And it wasn't until you showed up today that the message, I'm receiving it. I mean, how coincidental is that?
Now I understand why, but you didn't even know why.
I did not.
That's amazing.
I keep telling you, I'm not trying to figure out the why. I'm just writing the journey and enjoying it and enjoying what it brings me. I mean, I've known Kendra for 7 years. And I'm going to work with Ingrid, her mom? Really? You want to talk? I know Kendra before she sang a note. And now look at where she's
Well,
going.
the amazing thing is, this used to be Little Pond Family Theater. As you can see, the sign is still Little Pond Family Theater. She started her journey here with Ariana Grande. This was Ariana Grande's mother's theater. And this is where they all started in this place. And then this has been open vacant for 20 years since it had been sold. So no one was here for 20 years until we moved in a year and a half ago. There wasn't even a ceiling in that room until we moved in here.
This is all open space.
Yeah. So this was the Little Pond Family Theater. It was Ariana Grande's mom's theater. And Kendra learned here, and Ariana trained here. They're the same age, and a lot of people.
And what I would
Crazy,
like to,
right?
what I would like to do is I would like to talk to the landlord and get pictures of that theater and hang a wall up in the history of this place. And every time I see him, I forget to ask. But there's some other things that we're going to be doing as well. But I don't ever want to forget history. And you never forget history, never. Otherwise, you're bound to repeat its mistakes, right?
Did you see Nostalgic America, April 2022? Meisner Park is opening up for their first concert. So they're excited. We posted that it had been a year ago since we were there on the last Queen. And April 2022, think about it, 2 years. It'll have closed for concerts, and they're opening up in a year.
Yes, and we want to get on that deal. A lot of what we've been preparing is to go bigger. As you see, even the tripods have gotten bigger in here, and the
I
cameras
gotta tell you, moving these tripods down, they're heavy.
They're supposed to be, because we went to do a shoot, and we had the camera on a tripod. and the $1,200 camera fell over.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was a
That's
couple
why
weeks
that
ago.
camera over there is new. We're gonna get a tripod that is heavy, and we learned. You know, you don't want to ever learn like that, but we learned, and that camera has been with me for 6 years.
So who's your set designer?
Here?
All of you? It
Depends.
looks awesome.
Whatever we like. This is Jay's artwork. Jay's doing a show today at 2:30. So that's
You
going to
gonna
be
do it here?
fantastic.
I think we're doing it in here. I have an interview.
I
You
would
wanna
like to do
here,
it
yeah?
in here. That's why
We
we
would
set
like to
this
do it
up.
here. Yeah.
We're even sharing one of our favorites for the world to see because it is so spectacular, this piece.
Now that piece you see in there,
Someone's going to buy it today.
I gotta tell
You're
you
going to have
that
to part
piece.
with it today.
And I hate to say it, but I have to admit, the story is the true story. It's true. I'm not gonna lie. I would never lie to Jay. It's true. There was a gentleman that wanted to buy that piece, and that piece hangs in Studio A. It was one of the first pieces that we had in this building. He was generous enough to let us hang it. And a man came in to buy it. It was over here. A man came in to buy it, and I doubled the price.
Did you really? Oh, gosh.
I doubled the price. I didn't want to sell it. And now, of course, everything is for sale. And if that gentleman never came back, I would tell him the real deal, and he could buy it. But I loved his work so much. I have been encouraged by his work so much. And you know the story about the horses. But he's spectacular, and he makes it look so simple. And we're going to branch out to new pieces that Jay's going to be doing interviews. And I mean, this guy went from just being a teacher and an artist to being a leader and everything else of healing. You want to talk about healing? This stuff is magical as well, and we welcome him. And you know, I will always be with him and his wife. Always tip my hat, because that's what you do when you meet class. And
Who are you interviewing today? We should get. It's like you get Jay and Mike.
An artist, a
Slick.
wonderful artist
You give
here.
him a
Her
mic.
name is Bridget Galvino. And
Hello.
Hi.
Come on in.
and she is
Go ahead,
she's
go ahead.
going to be on the show today. We'll be talking.
Your masks are bigger than you.
Bridget today.
Her masks are bigger than her.
I know, right? Is it safe to take it off?
What kind of artist is Bridget?
I'm a painter.
A painter.
3, I think. I think it's 3.
I'm a painter. I paint in oil and wax, cold wax,
Wow.
and caustic, wood canvas.
When you say cold wax,
Mm-hmm.
on the canvas you put the wax, or do?
I mix the wax with the oil, and then I paint with it.
You know, it's really ironic you're standing here,
Why is that?
because I met an artist and she refuses to come on here about 4 months ago, and she makes burning art.
In caustic?
Yes.
Yes, I do some of those too.
I have never in my life seen that.
I've never seen it.
This is Steve-O's
Yeah.
girl, woman.
That's where you use a blowtorch.
Yes.
Or yeah.
Holy,
Yeah,
you ever seen this thing?
I've never seen
Oh
it. It
my
sounds
goodness gracious.
fantastic. You do that as well?
I do that as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, yes.
It is. It's breath. I have no words. I stay speechless when you see the way this stuff works. It's unbelievable, and she refuses to come and share it.
Oh,
I
well,
don't understand.
I'll
that.
share with you all.
Thank you.
Damn right you're gonna share, honey.
How long does it take to complete a piece?
Well, in encaustic, which is the one you heat up, is actually pretty quick. Well, I mean, pretty quick. I shouldn't say that because the process is whatever it is. But instead of having to wait for curing time, as soon as the wax cools off, that's
done.
it.
Wow.
So depending, when you want to stop, you stop. You want to continue, you continue. But there's no wait time in between layers, which makes it really cool.
Amazing. So we have some pictures, Jay, that we can put up?
We do have some.
Well, the pictures I sent you are all cold wax. I don't think I sent you any encaustic.
Well, you'll be able to talk about some of your
I,
work.
I sure can. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
we definitely-
There
we're
are
gonna-
some on my website too, the
And
encaustic.
We'll definitely refer people
And are
to
you
the website.
local?
Yes, I'm in
Oh, so
Wellington.
We're gonna have her back a few times.
Wellington,
We gotta get
yeah.
this stuff up there.
Yeah. And,
show it.
yeah, you're in Wellington, but you know, everything is good. You're able to come down here today. That's
Yeah.
Just
It's
got a
local
phone call.
enough.
Amazing. So that's coming up today at 2:30. We do a lot of things here. That's the
this-
6th show that we've put out today.
This is kind of cool. I love this stuff. This is, and again, it doesn't surprise me because that's what Jay's all about. Jay does things differently. Jay had we used to be at a different gallery, and Jay had the Beatles walking across
Abbey Road, yeah.
Abbey Road.
Beatles picture that I have.
It was tremendous.
She had been in that.
I was there too. Yeah, the Beatles.
Yeah, there was a big painting. There was the Beatles walking on.
Did you
on
have
the wall.
art space there?
No, I wasn't renting an art space. I just had my work there.
Oh, so
Yeah.
maybe we know you, but we don't know you.
Maybe you know me, but you don't know me.
Exactly.
Yeah, that happens a lot, doesn't it?
It's the hidden artist.
Where was your art in there?
As you walked in, right on the right, you know that place that went to the framing, what used to be the framing shop? I was right on that wall.
Okay, well, when you walked in all the way back, that was our studio in the big room,
no,
straight back.
I remember you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I was never
you
on the
remember
show,
us
but I
and
remember.
we don't remember you.
'Cause
Okay,
I guess
so
we
now
I
we're
wasn't
gonna-
there a lot. I wasn't going in there a lot.
We didn't go in
was
there a
there.
lot either. No.
But were you
Every
there?
day.
Were you there from the opening? I can't remember that.
We were there. They opened in March. We moved in like September, so pretty close.
Okay.
Pretty
Yeah, I
close
was there
to
at the from the opening. You were too, right? Yeah.
Almost the opening. I came in about June.
And
Okay.
look, now we all get to be here. We were all
And now
at
we all
another
here.
studio.
It's funny because Dan's office, you know, when you went in, it was
Yeah.
that used to be our first studio.
Oh, it was. That
It
I
was
don't
real
remember.
small.
It
We used
lasted
to
like
talk
Mike
this.
Have you seen the pictures of us crammed around a table, kind of like
Yes, I have.
so tight to now we got so much space?
Yes, I have.
But I
you know.
remember your studio after. That was pretty cool. You had
In
a
the
nice
It's a
back.
great
space of
studio.
it.
We had a lot
Yeah.
of space, and here we are now. So, welcome.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you. Where are you
Likewise.
originally from?
Switzerland
Oh, wow.
and Italy.
Oh, my goodness.
Swiss father, Italian mother.
You guys have a lot to talk about today, Jay.
And a lot of your artwork is based
Inspired
on-
by that.
Inspired by
Italy, especially.
Italy and
and
Spain and the architecture and the.
yeah, the architecture, the castles, the history, the stones, the landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny when I drove down from Switzerland to Barcelona.
Yep.
When you enter the city, there's this castle on the right-hand side, and I've never seen anything so beautiful in my life. And I was driving. I had met two women. I didn't know who they were. They didn't speak English. I didn't speak whatever language they were. I still don't know. But she taught me how to drive stick shift.
Okay, yeah.
So I drove through the Alps.
Yeah.
Oh
How
my
fun
gosh.
is that?
And, oh my God. And then we went to where the French and Spanish border in the mountains, and they have all those restaurants, and each one wants you to drink their wine to see who has the best wine. So I did that. But I'm going to tell you that.
And you kept driving after you did that?
Faster. Faster because you're on that Autobahn thing that you got to go
Yeah.
400 miles an hour or they
Yeah.
run you over. So, but the castle on the highway, I stopped, and I guess she was asking me, why are we stopping? And I took out my phone, and I'm taking pictures. My God, the castles in Spain were freaking unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, castles in Europe in general are just, there are some amazing
I hear
places.
Ireland has some
Yes.
castles that are on the water. Oh my Lord.
And France and Germany and
We need a castle.
Austria.
We do.
That's what I
Let's
was
put one under the
thinking.
other
You know,
flag.
they sell them, no joke. You can actually buy a castle for less than you would buy a house here in South Florida.
Do you know, I read that. Do you know that you can buy a house in Italy? What's the name of that artistic
Yeah,
place?
and they give you money for it?
They
Is that
give
what-
you money for
They
it.
give you money for it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wrote in. This is a true thing.
It's a true thing, yeah.
Because they want to get people back
Yeah.
into, because everybody left.
Everybody left.
And
Right.
nobody's taking care of these properties and everything.
You want a house in Italy? You want a castle?
I want a castle so bad.
Happy's like, I'm in.
Have your horses.
And there's plenty.
Follow along the
Well, they have
castle.
horses there as well. We'll
Plenty of
just,
room
we'll
for us
just
all to
start
live
a
there.
Tomorrow's Rainbow in Italy. Why not?
Absolutely.
Why don't
with a
we
castle.
pool? Why don't we pool all our monies, or everybody
Yes.
that we know, and everybody gets a key, and you use it whenever you want. And
Absolutely.
You, and you put
Your own timeshare.
Yes.
Castle on the hill.
your own timeshare. That's yes. I kind of like. It's slick. I'll
That's a
give you a
good
key
idea.
too. I kind of like that.
He likes it too.
That would be amazing. You guys have a lot to talk about. It's going to be great. Who's here now?
Jeffrey.
Oh, okay. You got a
don't
lot
know
of stuff
Jeffrey.
going on. a lot of stuff. So that'll be exciting. So take a look around, Jay, give her a little bit of a tour.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll give you this back.
Place. Here we go.
We've got jewelry here. Yes, I get the pleasure of shopping while we're here. All these beautiful pieces.
Holy smokes.
I know. You got nothing to lose. I'm loving this one. This is like a shield. I feel like Wonder Woman when I put this one on. I feel like, don't mess with me.
So golden.
You know, she says to me,
For a little person, I wear a lot of
I
jewelry.
used to wear rings
on every finger.
Every finger.
Yeah.
You did?
She did.
I did,
Oh,
growing
you
up.
did. Yeah.
And then, you know, people tell you it's not normal to do that. It's like you have to be
I
an
don't
adult.
care. It looks beautiful.
And I'm like, forget being an adult. Just have fun,
You
right?
do what you like.
For $5, $5 new blackie, why not?
Right now, no blacking. Yeah, I'm going to give you the finger. The only thing I used to wear was a union finger. Union ring, and I used to put it on this finger.
But these are amazing.
And they take those away when you leave the union.
Do they?
They take your ring.
They
wow.
take the ring away.
That's brutal.
Wow. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. Daisy's Glamour Shop. Find all these beautiful pieces and more and more and more. Contact her at 561-301-4701. And Abby, I really want to come out, bring the crew out, and shoot some film. See these incredible horses and goats, and even the 50-year-old pig. The pig's as old as me. Older than, you know,
No,
I'm older than the pig.
15.
Oh, 15.
Yeah, that would be a really old pig.
I was going to say, you got a 50-year-old pig? That's amazing.
That is
Like
amazing.
Wilbur from
Abby,
Charlotte's
we got a lot
Web.
of people we want to introduce you to as
I
well.
would love that. Thank you
because
so much.
all about the healing. I'm going to invite you to the radio show, or the radio station, and maybe put you on there to do
I think
a
we've
show.
got some time.
That sounds fantastic.
A half-hour show,
Yeah.
or you is not being interviewed, as she found out today. She says to me, Daisy says, well, aren't you sitting here interviewing me? I said, no,
Yeah,
this is all you. And it worked out fine.
It was perfect, yes.
Pretty much.
Thank you for the opportunity. It was awesome. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
There's always fun stuff to talk about and look at, you know.
You
I
were here
love
for
it.
Freddie's birthday on Friday. Abby made it for my birthday yesterday. You guys have both seen a little bit of
So fun.
what we get to
Birthday
do
fun,
here.
Yes.
And now we hope it'll be an annual invite because that was
Always.
a lot of fun.
Don't wait for the
Always.
invite. You are always invited.
Thank
you don't
you
need an
so much.
invitation. You just come. If you ever want to bring a goat, no problem. I was bringing in for her birthday.
I think Teddy loves goats. Or is it you? It's not you? It must be Teddy's. One of them loves goats.
Teddy loves goats.
She's like, huh? It's Teddy.
It's
Okay.
Teddy. I wanted to bring in a truck that does snow. And he called me yesterday. He must have been watching. He says, you know, you didn't tell the truth and blah, blah, blah. I says, oh, yes, I did. Because I wanted to raise this and put the truck across this bay and shoot the snow in here.
Of course.
And he said to me, Freddie, you can't do that. You're going to wet everything. Because apparently it's real snow.
Yes.
Well, I didn't know that.
How do you think you have snow in Florida? You never raised kids in Florida. So when you had snow day, you brought in the snow truck in Florida. And a mound of snow, wet.
What?
Yes.
I thought it was fake snow. My apologies, okay? My apologies. I'm wrong. You're right. But I didn't know it was real snow. I thought it was paper or something. You know,
No,
like-
it's snow, a mound of snow, and then it melts. It's all water.
So he sent me a clip. I'll show it to you. It's like a bazooka. And this thing is like, and you sort of dance and watch it snow.
Be a whole
Maybe
lot of
do it
fun.
at the farm with the horses.
There you go. Do a kids' day.
That'll
That
be
would be a
fun.
whole lot of fun.
Snow in Florida. Now I've seen.
That's how we used to do snow day from when the kids were little in preschool. We'd bring in a snow truck and they would leave snow,
I
piles of
left
snow.
New York because I used to wake up to 3-4 feet of snow.
And we would pay to have it here. We would bring the truck and pay them to leave snow here for the kids. See? It's like having curly hair and straight hair. You always want what you don't got.
And when you have
No
no
hair.
hair, you take either.
Well, I got people sending me hair care products, so I'll share it with
I
you.
don't know what's going on. I saw some of the things that they offering you. I'm like,
know.
what?
I know now I've got choices. I got a lot of emails to check back in on hair care, skin care, lose weight gummies. And so thank you all for your kind birthday offers. I'm going to reply to every one of you.
We have to say, Ronnie, yes, in Hawaii. We've been invited to go to Hawaii. I know why he sent me the invitation. We have to do that voice thing.
They're working on it.
And Ronnie, we are working on it. That's brought by our friend, Mr. Stephen Gov from Gov Rum. Has Ronnie on the radar. Ronnie says, you got to come to Waikiki to do a show.
All right. Tune in tomorrow to Waikiki. Tune in tomorrow for Gubba Rum Friday. Tune in today at 2:30 for The Colored Pencil Artist with Jay Harmon. 5 o'clock today with Dia. We've got our Teenpreneur Show. 7 o'clock, we've got Kids in Cape. 7:30 tonight, we've got Bitcoin Master Michael Macchia joining us. And a whole lot of fun between now and then.
That's right.
Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. We will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.
Sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna say and craters, open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche, helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors, just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and we could